You know what, we really don't talk about wins and losses, and we don't talk about that preseason. We never set a goal to win X amount of games. We just set a goal to play every possession as hard as we can and every drill and practice as hard as we can. So if you would have told me that we'd be 12-1 at this moment, I'd have probably been a little bit surprised, to be honest with you, because I thought we were a year away from really hitting our stride. But, you know, credit our kids. They've really worked hard and gelled well. We don't really pay a whole lot of attention to individual games in terms of what they do for the rest of the season. Certainly every conference game is huge for us, and we'd like to be champions of the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. So those are the first and foremost in our minds. And certainly stepping out on the court, we know with an opponent such as Noblesville or Avon or Westfield, whomever it may be, we have to be ready to play. And that's why we don't get caught up in what our regular season record is going to end up or how many more we're going to win. Well, Noblesville's a great basketball team, and they're a tough matchup for us because they're a different ball club than we are. They are much more, half-court offense, execute, really do a great job. I think Coach McCullough, is not only the premier coach in our conference, but possibly in the whole state of Indiana. He's one of the premier coaches. So we know we're going to have our hands full. I think another trademark of Noblesville is their great half-court defense. And we're going to have to match their intensity and surpass that if we're going to have any chance at all, because they're a great basketball team, and they're going to come in and execute their stuff. And we're going to have to just execute better. And I think the matchup is going to boil down to who controls tempo and which team takes care of the basketball, which team takes care of each other in terms of matchups. Defensively, our guys are going to have to be ready to help. It can't be a one-on-one matchup. It's going to be 5-on-5 the whole game because that's how they play. So I think it's going to boil down to execution. And, we tell our kids they have to be very hungry and very humble going into the game. Forget about records. Quite frankly, we're the underdog coming in. They've dominated us both years I've been here. We've not ever been in the game with them. They've beaten us by at least 20 points both times and basically have shredded us. So hopefully our guys enter the game with a little bit of chip on their shoulder, because we ought to be hungry, because we've not even been in the ballpark with these guys. In a lot of ways, we often talk about the way Butler plays, and we sort of use them as an example. And it's great having Coach Stevens as an alumni of our school and our all-time leading scorer. And we feel like in every game we're going to be competitive regardless if we're up 10 or down 10. At the half, we're going to come out and play. And I think there's been a few games this year where we've been down 10 at the half or 7 at the half. We never panic, and that's, I think, been a trademark of this team, is that they play one possession at a time, just like we alluded to at the beginning.
What did you guys learn from that one loss that you had this season?
That you have to be prepared for everything. We were up 10 at that point, and it was a tough loss for us because we played not to lose as opposed to playing to win, and there's a big difference. I think, it's a cliche, but you have to play to win, not play not to lose. And I think we played not to lose against Brownsburg, and credit them. Coach Kendrick and his team made great adjustments at the half and came out and got the game. They took it from us. We didn't give it to them. They took it from us, but certainly we didn't help ourselves by playing with the attitude in which we played.